Hi, we're in volume 8. If you must know or get a refresher up, I have the whole set of this Bible story by Arthur S Maxwell. This is volume 8, so I'm finally down to number 8. This is in the New Testament, and they're all blue, and they really hadn't been open in, uh, I'm going to say about 50 years. So they hadn't been open in a really long time. Okay, and I still have the dust jacket on it. Even some of them are starting to tear, but these are like they were kept in like a museum. I mean, the grandma that had them wouldn't let us touch them in the 70s and 80s when we was visiting her. Okay, the inside of the book. I try not to get glare. This is what the inside looks. The first page, and you got Jesus, or a representation of Jesus, and some kids, and he's sitting on a park bench in a park, and then of course it has the church in it, and he's talking with the children in there. And so, oh, it's not a church, it's a house. Okay, so he's sitting in the park talking with these children. Okay, and it says the Bible story, volume 8, Prince of Princes, from his early ministry to his last parable. And then on the next page, it says the Bible story, more than 400 stories in 10 volumes covering the entire Bible from Genesis to Revelation. Volume 8, Prince of Princes, by Arthur S Maxwell, author of Uncle Arthur's Bedtime Stories, The Children's Hour with Uncle Arthur, and The Secret of the Cave, and etc. Um, I did some research, and The Secret of the Caves was actually made into a movie. Interesting there. Okay. Review and Herald Publishing Associations, Washington, D.C. And of course, this book is 70 years old and very hardly used. Okay. This double page painting, it says Russ Harlan, and it's of Jesus walking on, or a representation of Jesus walking on water, which he actually really did. And nobody can really walk on water, and especially this kind. See the representation of it being choppy water with waves and everything. Okay, okay. Then it says this book is copyrighted 1956 by the Review and Herald Publishing Association. All rights are reserved. No part of its literary or pictorial contents may be reproduced without permission from the publisher. Illustrations without credit lines are by Corinne Boyd Dillon, Corinne, Russell Harlan, William Hillsep, William Hutchinson, Manning D.V. Lee, Lester Quaid, Paul Rumi, and Herbert Rudin, Offset USA. And then it has a painting right here by Russell Harlan, and has their representation of Jesus in a chair, and all the children are around, and the mother taking one of the kids to him. Of course, he's talking about, you know, his kingdom and everything, and it's modern day for 1956, so that's why their clothes looks a little funny, and the girls don't have pants on. and the guys have shorts. I guess it's a British thing, probably, because I did find out that the writer is British. Okay, okay, and then it says in the caption, the pure and trusting innocence of children found kinship with the gentleness and tenderness of Jesus. Putting their hands upon them in blessing, he said, for such is the kingdom of heaven. And then it has the contents. Part 1, Stories of the Prince of Healers. And it has all the listings. And it's a lot. You got Matthew 9 through 32, Matthew 9, Matthew 12, Matthew 14, Matthew 20, and then it goes Mark 1, Mark 5, Mark 7, Mark 10, Luke 7, 9, 17, 18, and 19, and John 5, 6, and 6. And I crunched them all down because it's better to read all of them. Whether the verses or not, just it's better to read all of them. Okay, first story is withered hand made whole. The second is a sick woman healed. Third, dead girl lives again. 8, needy foreign help. Needy foreigner helped. Yeah, that's what it says. Sorry, I get robot voice, but it's okay. Okay, 5, lonely prisoner cheered. 6, dumb man speaks. 7, blind man sees. 8, old cripple walks. 9, lepers cleansed. Yeah. 10, hungry people fed. 11, drowning man saved. 12, greedy man makes generous. Made generous. Yeah, that's what it says. Okay. Part 2, stories of the Prince of Teachers. And it has Matthew 5, chapter 5, chapter 17, chapter 20. Then it goes Mark chapter 7, chapter 10, Luke chapter 6, chapter 9, and chapter 10. 10 through 14. Yeah, it goes 10 through 14. So it's a long one. Okay. The first one says Secrets of Happiness. Second, the lesson from little things. 3, God's better way. 4, how to pray. 5, treasures in heaven. 6, house on a rock. 7, God deeds on a good day. Good deeds on a good day. That's what it means. 8, glimpse of the kingdom. 9, why the power faded. 10, money in a fish. I heard that story before. 11, 70 times 7. 12, Mrs. Zebedee's mistake. So it says Zebedee. 13, last thing last. And then we go part 3. Stories of the Prince of Storytellers. And it's got Matthew 13, chapter 18, chapter 21, and then it goes to Mark 12, then it goes to Luke 8, and Luke 10, Luke 14, and 15, 18, and chapter 20. And it says, the first one is the seeds of love. 2, no weeds in heaven. 3, the Good Samaritan. I like that story. 4, the lost sheep and lost coins. 5, the lost boy found. 6, the wedding nobody went to. 7, the supper nobody wanted. And that's what it says, supper. 8, mean man on earth, the meanest man on earth. 9, 2 boys and their dad. 10, murder in the vineyard. 11, praying and giving. And then it says part 4, stories of the Prince of Prophets. Matthew 24 through 25, Mark 13, Luke 17, 37, Luke 17, Luke 19, Luke 21, and John 13 through 14. And it says, the first one is Homes for the Homeless, Space Flight Promised, Jesus Unveils the Future, 4, Signs of His Coming, okay. 5, More Signs of All to See, More Signs for All to See, that's number 5. 6, How Jesus Will Return. 7, Radio and Television Foreseen. Interesting. 8, 10 Sleepy Girls. 9, Tale of Two Talents. And 10, Passport to Heaven. And that was the contents of our Volume 8. So, like always, is going to be the break. And then I'll start reading and show you the pictures too. I'm doing it like old way. But we'll see you in a bit. See you in a bit.